Hey everyone, this is Brian here from Massey's Main Entertainment. I have to say that we're back here for another installment of our brand new series of an album draft through the decades. We were all kind of like battling various illnesses, and then of course my son got married in Arizona. Had to fly out there for a few days, enjoy the 78 to 80 degree weather, and then come back to minus 18 weather in Maine. So that was just wonderful. Hanging out with my good friends and fellow music aficionados, Sam St. John, aka Americana Sam, and my buddy Doc from up north, just north of the border there in Canada. And together we're drafting our top 10 albums for each decade, starting from the 60s and working through 2010s. And for this episode, we're diving into the 1970s, a decade that gave us disco balls and stadium rock and probably the most bell bottoms per capita in human history. We're sticking to our trusty snake draft format, which means Doc, who will have the first pick tonight. I'll take the second pick, and Sam will round it out at the end and before he gets to double up in the next round. So that's kind of cool. Now, 70s were crazy time for music. I mean, most people who've lived through them will definitely tell you that. So it feels like everybody was in a band. And seriously, I think everybody was, who at least had long hair was at least like a roadie in a band, it felt like. And there's a story that says that, when they're talking about the Eagles, they said they sold so many records in the 70s that hotel front desk clerks were leaving copies of Hotel California in the rooms instead of the Gideon Bible. So that's kind of interesting. So, who's going to go first? Well, is Doc going to grab his Pink Floyd? Am I going to go for some Zepp? Sam, he's a little bit different taste. Maybe he goes Rumors. We don't know yet, guys, until we do this and come up with our own little strategies. So please drop us a comment down below with your favorite albums from the 70s and who you would have drafted. And while you're at it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you don't miss a single round of the draft as we move forward. So thanks for tuning in, and let's kind of get groovy with the 70s. You guys got some initial thoughts before we get started?
I love the disco era, man. It's the best.
I knew it.
I'm all in. Wait till you see my first pick, man.
Show us that chest hair, Doc, in the medallion.
Big lapels. Come on.
5 years for a reason.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I've had this list, I got a sticky note with all sorts of, numbers. I mean, albums on it that I wrote down. Feels like a month ago. So yes. I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty spot on even, 3 weeks ago. I don't have any changes here, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of individuality on this one.
Yeah, you got that right.
So Doc, why don't you go ahead and get us started? This is the first round and the first overall pick. Who you got, buddy?
Actually, this is really tough for me in one sense. It's almost a mood kind of pick here for me. So, and it's just the mood that I'm in. So I am going to take the greatest rock album of all time. I'm going to take Who's Next, actually, by The Who to start.
Ooh. Wow. That's nice. Doc's first pick is The Who. Who's Next? Wow. Right at the beginning of the 70s.
Right at the beginning, man. Yep. Let's do it.
Nice. For my first pick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab Rumors right here from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
1977. Certainly the pinnacle of, depending on which iteration of Fleetwood Mac I suppose you like. This is definitely the Buckingham Nicks pinnacle album anyway. So Sam, you get that your first pick and third overall.
Well, this is tough because there are a lot of albums here that I like, but I know that this one will probably get taken, and I'm sorry to do it to a certain member of the panel, but I'm going to go Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I thought so.
So it's a perfect album.
Nice. So the concept album Dark Side of the Moon is taken. Doc, you got to be disappointed with that, right?
Yeah,
you got to do what you got to do.
But I got Who's Next, man.
Sam, you get the first pick in the second round as well.
Well, I was gonna say, for a lot of lists, that those could be a lot of people's 1, 2, 3 favorite albums ever that we just picked.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm gonna go now with one of my top 3 favorite albums of all time, because before Brian takes it, and that's gonna be Blood on the Tracks by Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
So gotta take
that. If it was
that.
there, I would definitely have grabbed it at some point.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. Definitely the Dylan's best of the 70s for sure.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
For me, here in the middle, Doc, again, I'm going to have to apologize. I've got to take the other big Pink Floyd album. I'm going to take Wish You Were Here.
Jeez.
I hate to do that to you, man, but I mean, you know, I love that album a lot. That's
I do. I know it's right up there for you, but the gloves are off as soon as we said go. So I guess.
But now you got back-to-back picks. You got this last one in the second round.
Yeah, you can spite us.
So I'll take Zeppelin 4.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep. 2 rocking albums for Doc, the first 2 rounds, and now he gets the first pick in the third round.
I'm going to take Ziggy.
You want to take Ziggy Stardust?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, Doc.
It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
Now I have to move further down my list here.
You got to put me in a bad mood.
You know, I know this is going to be kind of odd, but with the 8th overall pick, I'm going to take Physical Graffiti here. That's that's maybe my second favorite Led Zeppelin.
I know you love that album, man.
I love it. And we're up to Sam in the third round.
I mean, I've got to take the token Beatles pick. I'm going to pick Let It Be from 1970.
Right.
Cross off.
There you go. Cross that one off. And Sam, you also get the benefit of the first pick in the fourth round.
Yeah, I'm going to go now with my favorite Elton John album, and that's Madman Across the Bar.
Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Got to do it.
So many good songs on that album.
Yeah.
It's hard to, and I feel like that's like his best. Wow, my pen's giving me trouble. That's kind of out of the blue here. Of course it is. Anyway, I'll edit it down anyway as we go forward. Let me check for a pen here, guys, and I'll edit this out. Here we go.
I won't say anything wrong here now.
All right. So it's back to me again?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to grab Moondance. From Van Morrison. I know Randy might support me on that selection, I suppose, with the 11th overall pick. I just like every track on there, and it just has this great moody, jazzy feel to the album that I really enjoy it. So I'm glad I could snag it. And we're at the end of the fourth round, Doc. It's your call.
So my number 4, I'm going to take Hotel California.
Ooh. Man. Doc's going for the rock, man.
Then I'm going to take Springsteen's Born to Run.
And Born to Run on a back-to-back. Yeah. Well, you definitely got Rich going to vote for you here.
Yeah, you just perked up.
Well, me and Rich, this is classic 70s rock, man. We align a lot on some of this stuff here, I think. So
yeah, and Born to Run is like another one of those albums where it's like every track.
Oh yeah,
there's no filler in there at all. So that's a perfect album to take. All right, so now to me, we're sitting here. All right, what am I going to take? I think I'm going to take L.A. Woman from the Doors.
Yeah.
My favorite Doors album. A couple of my favorite tunes on there, for sure. Riders of the Storm, for sure, is right up there as one of the top ones. And Sam, you get the last pick in the fifth round?
Yeah, I'm going to go, because it's me, I've got to go with this. It's the debut self-titled by John Prine. So just self-titled.
Right. Yep.
Got to go with it. I know y'all weren't going to take it, but I got to have it on my list.
Got to be on your list. It's your list, buddy.
It's your list, man. So it's great singer-songwriter stuff, man.
Yeah.
I have a English professor, Mike Upchurch, that every time he talks about 2 artists that he admires the most, it's J.J. Cale and John Prine.
Wow.
That's the 2 he talks about all the time, as far as songwriting goes and stuff like that. So, and you get the first pick in the 6th round, Sam.
I'm going to go with Van Morrison as well. I'm going to go with Tupelo Honey on that one.
Ooh. Tupelo Honey. All right. What year was that released? That's like mid-70s, right? I felt like
Yeah, it's his 5th album overall.
Okay.
Right? 73 or 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So back to me again. I am going to go with Steely Dan. I'm going to go Can't Buy a Thrill. their debut album before they kind of streamlined their band a little bit, and it was only Walter Becker and Donald Fagen, and then just set musicians that kind of did everything going forward. Doc, you get the last pick of the 6th round.
So I'm going to do, man, this is getting tough. All right, I'm going to take Boston's debut.
Definitely a rock-oriented list for Doc, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're covering that top 10 songs for 1976 even.
I'm gonna stick with it. I think I'm gonna do the Cars debut right behind it.
2 debut albums back to, but essentially the Cars debut album, you could say, is their greatest hits.
Like a greatest hits? Yep.
You could,
Sure.
realistically say that it is. There's so many good tunes on there. Good call, Doc.
Thank you.
I guess I'm gonna go a little bit more soulful. I guess I'm gonna take Songs in the Key of Life.
Yep.
From Stevie Wonder. Go ahead and grab that here in the 7th round with the 20th overall pick. So we're at the 21st pick, 7th round. Sam, you're up.
And I did fact check. Tupelo Honey was 71. So it was early. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Even though it's not my favorite album by this band, it's the most iconic, and it's the one that I would probably take with me on a desert island. That's Band on the Run.
Yeah.
Wings.
I knew you were going to take this album. I just didn't know where.
Yeah.
It's on my list, man.
Yeah. It was the third one I wrote down.
Is it?
Yeah, but I didn't choose. I hadn't, I saved it for some reason.
Well, you probably figured it was safe for a few rounds anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get the first pick in the 8th round, 22nd overall pick.
I'm going to go with, I've got to take Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
For anything else from Moonlight Mile, which is my favorite Stones song.
Excellent choice. I like it. All right.
Okay, buddy. That was my next pick.
Well,
yeah, I figured. Yeah. Let's see. At the 23rd pick overall, I think I'm going to go. The Stranger, Billy Joel.
Oh my God, you bugger!
It's a great album. I just love that album. Clearly I think clearly his best, but a lot of people may disagree with that. But what do you got at the 24th pick in the 8th round here, Doc?
So I'll take Crime of the Century.
Ooh. Yes, excellent album. I wish I had that on vinyl. I just don't have it on vinyl yet.
No, you
believe it or not, I had that on vinyl. Which,
wow.
Yeah, it was given to me. That's that for what it's worth. But
so that was my 8th pick.
That's your 8th pick, and you get the first pick in the 9th round.
Oh man.
Still lots of goodies out there.
Yeah, there is. But I still have to I still got to be Doc, so I'm still going to be myself, man. So I'll take Highway to Hell. See.
Wow. That's a surprise a little bit. But
that's my favorite DC album, man. And it's,
yeah, I can see why. Okay.
It's a top 10er for me from the 70s. Now there's loads of it. You can have 30 on this list, man. So what are you going to say? So
I guess I'm going to have to take one that's clearly me. And this is leaving a lot of stuff out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm going to take a New World. I'm going to take New World Record from Ian.
Yeah, see? That was on my short list.
I love that album.
Great album.
It's just a great all the way around. More than Out of the Blue. I know a lot of people would.
Yeah, me too.
Out of the Blue.
It's got telephone lines. Good grief.
Yeah, absolutely. The harmonies on that song alone is enough to sell that album.
Seeing Jeff Lynne do that live and back in October.
Yeah,
forget it.
Sam, you got back-to-back picks here with your number 9 and number 10 pick.
Well, I've got to kiss up to our friend Rich a little bit, and this is my favorite album by this guy, and that's Running on Empty. Jackson Brown. Yeah,
Jackson Brown.
Love every song on that album, even though it's got some covers on it and it's a little bit raw. I love that album.
Excellent. Yeah,
Is this my last pick?
here's your last pick, man.
Ooh.
70s go fast.
Oh man, I've got a lot of things that I haven't circled yet that I love. I've got to go with me again to make my list. Me, and I'm going to go with "Closing Time" by Tom Waits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's up there with my favorite debuts ever of anybody.
Yeah, clearly. Like I was so excited to be able to buy that album and have that on vinyl. Such good songwriting. Such good songwriting.
Perfect. So,
all right, my last pick. I've got two here that I want so bad. I only got one pick left. I'm gonna take Funkadelic's Maggot Brain. A little bit of just for the self-titled track alone and the guitar in that, it's just absolutely beautiful. 10-minute track. That album is epic. I didn't get a chance to take Just As I Am from Bill Withers. It is my great album, but I only got 10 picks, so I took Maggot Brain here. Doc, you get the last pick.
I've got about like 12. And I'm leaving something off that it's going to irk the hell out of me in a lot of senses, but that's still me, man. I don't care. I'm going to take The Wall.
The Wall.
There you go.
I think The Wall just barely got into the 1970s, right? I mean, right at the end of 1979. I know that Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 didn't even come out until 1980 as a single.
Yeah.
So that's how close it was. But it's legit. The album came out in 79.
There you go, man.
That's perfect.
So I left out some heavy hitters. So.
Yeah, I think we did a good job picking here, guys. Go ahead. I mean, since we're on it, just go ahead and give me like your next three that you wish you could have got into this thing.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What have been the next ones?
I would have had Damn the Torpedoes.
Yep. Okay.
Van Halen 1.
Yeah, that's a doc.
And it's either Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic or Rush's 2112.
Yeah, 2112 was one I thought you would take, but
yeah,
it's
really high on my list. It's just the way it unfolded here for me.
Right. So. Yep. Sam, what about you?
Damn the Torpedoes is one I forgot to write down, but it's because that album is not in my top petty albums, just because so many of those songs I knew from the greatest hits. That's where I first heard them. The ones that I had left, I think I had 4 left on my list. I had Venus and Mars, which is my favorite Wings album.
Right.
Bridge Over Troubled Water,
right.
Which also just eked into the 70s. I had a couple. I had New Morning by Bob Dylan was also on my list. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is on my list, and so was Pink Moon by Nick Drake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
That would have been a little bit more of an alternative feel for you, the group. Yep. The next ones I had on my list was I had Neil Young's Harvest.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And down here I had Exile on Main Street didn't get taken.
Yeah.
It was 12th on my list here. And Cosmos Factory.
Yeah, got that written down too, man.
Those are all like, legitimately could have been on anybody's list. Certainly would have been on Rich's. If Rich was in this draft, Cosmos would not have survived.
Cosmo for sure.
It would have not have survived.
Yeah, but Rich's list would have been the best 10, but he would have put like 15 records in there. So that's the way he would have done it. So.
True. But
yeah,
everybody, thank you for joining us. Tell us what you think about our choices here. How crazy or wild or stupid maybe even that we were about this. Give us your top 10 down below too, because I'm always really interested in that. And we're going to try to continue this series on a regular basis here. Sometimes it's hard because we've got 3 different schedules going. We promise we're going to get those in. And so please like, sub, comment down below. Check out Sam's channel on his Americana Sam. Check out eHarmony page for Doc, though. We always joke about that. He doesn't have
I'll be there.
Page, but we'll say he has an eHarmony page. But anyway, everybody take care out there. We'll get you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.